I don't like clowns.
Academic
level
pushback.
Feminization has caused one specific particular problem, and that is wokeness. Like a lot of people, I was baffled by the woke phenomenon. Why did everyone seemingly go crazy all at once in the summer of 2020? Wokeness is simply feminine patterns of behavior applied to institutions where women had not been very well represented until recently. Women tend to be more consensus-focused, consensus-oriented. Men, when they're approaching a moral question, will ask, what are the facts? What are the rules? Whereas women will say, what are the relationships at play here? How can we make everybody happy? How can we reach an outcome that will satisfy all the parties? As opposed to the male perspective of how do we reach an outcome that is just and according to the rules. That sounded a lot like wokeness to me. And the sort of piece that made it all click into place for me was the coincidence of timing. It is the case, just we can all agree as a matter of fact, that a lot of institutions that went woke or were affected by wokeness became demographically female in the last 5 years. Law schools in America turned majority female in 2016, and they've gotten a little bit more female every year since then. I think now it stands at 55, 56%. The New York Times became majority female in its workforce in 2018, which is maybe why it was so susceptible to the fads of wokeness and the internal policing and the Slack revolts that took place internally over there. Medical schools are now majority female. The white-collar workforce overall, employees in the United States with college degrees, a majority of them are women. And managers, management positions in the U.S. workforce, 46% female, so almost majority female. So the fact that all of these institutions tipped over to being majority female around the same time that wokeness emerged seemed to me that couldn't possibly be a coincidence. Think of feminization as something that happened a long time ago, but it really does take a certain amount of time for time to pass and older generations to retire. But I think the reason why attaining a critical mass of women has such a dramatic effect is that we're not talking about individual differences between individual men and individual women, but differences in group dynamics.
Consensus.
For example, you might be able to say from the perspective of psychology as a discipline that women tend to be more emotional than men and men tend to be more rational, or any kind of generalization about men and women. Female support for free speech is greater or is less than male by double digits. And one of the most consistent psychological differences between men and women is women have a strong impulse of caring, right? Which is exactly, I'm not somebody who looks to evolutionary biology for the solutions to all human phenomena, but this particular one does seem glaringly Darwinian, right? That women see helpless things and they want to take care of them.
Open the borders.
The Bush administration has done nothing to control the problem that we have. We've had 5 million undocumented workers come over the borders since George Bush took office. It has become an extraordinary problem, and the reason the American people are concerned is because they are seeing their own economic position slip away.
Okay, well, I love it when he does that.
Some food for thought. If a liberal from 1966 time traveled to 2026, they would be considered a Republican. But if a liberal from 2026 traveled in time back to 1966, they would be institutionalized.
They concluded after 40 years of study that these people, these leftists, were all psychopaths.
Okay.
Okay, boy, look. Hey, get up. Let him go. Get your ass up. You good? You got nothing? Okay. That's what they asked. That's all they asked. Watch out. That's all they asked. He's one of us. Okay. He's one of us. Okay, good. You all right, dude? You all right? Come on. He's one of us. How do we know? How we know? I was with him earlier. Why you get ran out earlier? I don't know. He's one of us. I'm with them. Trust me. Wonderful people know that. He's been with us the whole time. You kept us good. You all right, man? Hey, move back. Move back. All right? Move back right now. Back up. Back up! Yeah, save your Nazi. Put him in your Nazi van. Go get him some help. He needs a little bit of fucking mental health there. Don't he? Nobody got guns. Yeah, you gonna look me in the eye when you spray me? You gonna look me in the eye when you spray me?
That is psychopath behavior.
This is so cool. I mean, so cool as in like, this has got to be the funniest thing I've ever seen. I know, it's like, you feel like a zoo. I've never.
Then why are you here? I'm just trying to enjoy my lunch. If you're not with us, then you're against us. So clear. So clear.
Oh my god. What? We do custom apps for a whole bunch of companies around Minnesota and the country.
Why are you filming us?
That's not what you said. Sir, you voted against the bill that mandated the deportation of illegals convicted of sex crimes. Do you regret that vote now?
By the look on his face, not good.
Over the last week, the amount of Islamophobia that I've been subject to has just been crazy. I don't think there's ever been a time where absolutely every single day there's been something, from grown men stopping what they're doing to look me up and down in the street, to a cyclist slowing down on his bike to shout at me in my face, "Get that SHIT off your face."
Rules are rules.
Oh god.
That's true, mate.
Please, what is it? I know you don't want to hear it, but it's huge.
No, it's just relax.
It is a messed up world.